Morning again. I'm Alex Koppelman, and President and CEO, and one of the co-founders of the Guild. Very great thank you to David Hanson for that warm welcome. And I want to point out Megan Laverty, who's been our contact here at Teachers College, and I think represents everything that's so wonderful about this institution. She's been extremely gracious, and we are delighted to be here. And everyone of the philosophy and education program has just been fantastic, and all the staff here, from the professors to the people helping us set up the food this morning, have just been terrific. So it's a great place to be. I also have the honor of thanking lots of other folks. In addition to our hosts here at Columbia, we're very grateful to the people who've offered support to make this conference possible. The Nova Foundation provided a very generous grant to make this all a reality. Macy's sponsorship is allowing us to have all this wonderful technology. Mercy College, and Tim Hall is here, has been a partner from the very, very beginning, from the inception of the idea. I think Tim was the very first person I ever spoke to about the idea for this conference, and they've helped us make sure that we had all the supplies we needed. Moving Body Resources, Mary Abrams is back there, made sure that we are well nourished for the day. Finally, Grace Church School, for those of you who were able to make it, threw us a really wonderful reception last night. So thank you all very, very much. A very special thank you to all of our presenters. People traveled from as far as Seattle, Washington, Omaha, Nebraska, Toronto, and closer to home, Georgia. We have at least 2 people from Georgia. I really deeply appreciate your willingness to share your insights and to help shape the conversation today. My personal extra special welcome goes to Marcia Brummett-Croft, who's been a dear friend and supporter of the Guild. She has put her unshakable faith into this enterprise when we were just sitting around saying, we'd like to do a conference on children and authenticity. What does that mean? And she's worked really, really hard as the chair of our planning committee. She's really responsible for all of us being here. Along with Marcia, Mary Abrams, Catherine Ashcraft, Raj Kumar, and Yessi Maria Gual served for a year and a half to really shape what goes on here today, and I really thank you all very much. And then one other special thank you, Samantha?
She's outside work.
Samantha Hawley's been our producer, and she's worked with me for the past year to make sure that everything is comfortable and happy and conducive to a really great conversation. So thank you all very much. Finally, I'd like to recognize board members of the Guild who are here today. I really appreciate everything you do. Your commitment to this organization and your faith in what we do really make us a very special organization, so thank you. I am going to see how good I am at the PowerPoint and the clickers. Come on in, it's okay. So I want to start my remarks with a dedication. This is my daughter Rosie at 4 years old. We needed a picture of her for her very first passport, and so we walked into one of these. In New York, we have these storefront passport photo places, and the photographer said, "Okay, honey, stand over here, give me your best smile." And Rosie, very gamely gave it her best shot. it was not a smiling kind of day. It was humid, it was late in the day, we hadn't had the right kind of snack. But she tried. And I'm here, no, still doesn't work. I'm here today because I want to make sure that Rosie and all kids everywhere always feel at home enough with themselves to show the world who they are on the inside, rather than responding to the command to smile like a trained puppy. I am really blown away to be in the company of all of you brilliant, committed people who also feel the passion to make sure that our children build and sustain a relationship to who they are on the inside. It's a real privilege and an honor to be in this room with you. In our creativity education programs, we give children opportunities to connect with their experiences through art making and creativity. And what we observe is that children struggle mightily with how they experience themselves versus what they perceive others want of them. And for very many children, in my opinion, too many children, striving to meet those external expectations comes at the expense of learning about themselves and developing a set of internal expectations. Thomas Merton said that people may spend their entire lives climbing the ladder of success only to find out that the ladder is leaning up against the wrong wall. So how does that happen? You know, when do we take that first step up the ladder, the wrong ladder, and what leads us to the ladder, and what keeps us climbing? These are the questions that really inspired the conference, and I hope that we will engage with today. As Clarissa Pinkola Estes said, that asking the proper questions is the central action of transformation. Questions are the keys, she continued, that cause the secret doors of the psyche to open. And we're here today to ask a lot of questions. None of us has very many of the answers, but we do have, I hope, the right questions. And among those questions are things like, what exactly is authenticity? You know, I've had innumerable conversations as we've been planning this conference with people who get really curious about it and then say, but what is it? Like, how do you define authenticity? And then, what is the value of authenticity? When we talk about it, you know, why does it matter to us individually and to us as a society? And how do we encourage it, finally? How do we encourage it in children? How do we encourage it in ourselves? The whole conference is designed as a conversation that ideally will lead us to some new understanding of the role of authenticity in children's lives. Terry Chadsey gave me this great image that none of us owns the truth, that truth is something that emerges as we sit in a circle and share our ideas. And I am absolutely thrilled to be in this circle with all of you. And I hope that some wonderful ideas and insights will emerge as we go through the day. The day is packed, and it's designed to really get all of us participating in every possible way. So we're not just using our intellectual abilities, but our bodies, our souls. And so I invite you to participate as fully as possible. We hope that together we will create a safe place for that kind of participation, and that at the end of the day, we will come out with a different set of eyes, at least about this subject. There are 2 flip charts, and there are some post-it notes on all of your tables. So as we go through the day, I invite you to think about the kinds of external expectations that get in the way of developing that relationship with the authentic self. And as they come to your mind, just put them up And towards the end of the day, Marcia and I and Marcia's daughter Sarah, who will be here later, will synthesize all of this and then share it back out as we do some brainstorming at the end of the conference. That's it.